we keep hearing this word. What is it? What does it mean? Is it religious? Is it a different type of religion? What is spirituality? Spirituality is actually the ability to recognize that we are all one. Okay, spirituality is tapping into everything around and understanding that we are all connected energetically. Everything is connected. Okay, so can spiritual leaders be religious? Absolutely. Okay, but are they always limited to one religion? No, typically they're not. For me, when I started, I used to go to church all the time, and I went to so many different denominations. And what was crazy and fascinating at the same time was that I just picked up from everything. I picked up from every single religion, and what resonated with me is what stuck with me. Okay, have I read the Bible? Not entirely. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. Do I love when people can throw scripture? Yes. I'm always like, that is so awesome. I'm so glad you can do that. And a lot of the messages I get from other people are scripture oriented, and I just love it. It's great. I am open to everything and I'm limited to nothing. Okay, that is spirituality, is choosing what is resonant for you that can help you grow in success in this lifetime. Okay, so let's talk about higher consciousness and awareness being spiritual. Okay, so again, this is connecting with higher source power, understanding that everything is connected. I'm going to talk about really quickly a couple of movies. So, Lucy is one of my favorite, The Matrix, and oh my gosh, it just left me. What movie was I thinking about this morning? Give me just a second, let me think here. Okay, it slipped my mind. I'm pretty sure it'll come back later. Oh, Limitless. Sorry. Okay, that show, that movie. All right, you guys, Limitless. We're gonna stick with that one because although The Matrix is awesome for using as a description and Lucy is amazing, Limitless. That little pill that he takes that opens his mind up to everything. All of a sudden he becomes successful. All of a sudden he's just like rocking the world. What that little pill is that is spirituality, okay? It's connecting to your divine self. It's knowing that there are no limits to what you can think, how you can be, who you are in this world. That little pill is spirituality. Okay, I love that show because although it's showing it as a drug, something that enhances who he is, take the pill away and that is actually spirituality. It's understanding and knowing that you can create anything you want in this world. You can be anybody you want to be in this world. What stops us from doing that is ego. What stops us is what society says we can do, our limits to what we think we can do and who we are. Remember in some of the other videos I talked about how ego is good. Ego protects us. Ego keeps us safe. That is definitely true because if we all walked around knowing or being these things, you know, from like Lucy and The Matrix, you know, being able to dodge bullets and stuff, if we all walked around thinking we could do that, could you imagine how just chaotic this world would be? But the more shows I watch there is Limitless on a Gaia show, Joe Dispenza talks about it. It's just that later in life, like as we continue to evolve as a society, we will be able to do more. We will know more. Psychic intuitives, healers, all of those people, there are people who have an open mind. There are people who work with the higher consciousness, that work with the divine, okay? Because the divine is everything. It's everywhere. And so those of us who tap into it and pull those different information out, that is us connecting with universe, our spirituality. So anybody can do it. Anybody has the ability to do it. It's whether or not you are, you know, open enough to reach for it, to grab for it. So again, let's go back to Limitless. You know, he's a bum. He's scraping by. He can't make ends meet. You know, he's got a dead-end job. And all of a sudden, this miracle pill comes in. And he's smarter, and he's faster, and he's sharper, and he even cleans himself up, and he's more handsome, and he's making all this money that he doesn't even know what to do with. Okay, so that's a little extravagant. But really, again, that pill that he takes is higher consciousness spirituality. Open your mind, expand your mind to what could be if you just let go of the limits. Okay, and I'm speaking from a very 3D place too, because I am human and I've got my own limits. I've got my own things that are in my comfort zone, what I can do, what I can't do. And so when I became an intuitive, or understood I was an intuitive, I questioned myself so much, you guys. I'm like, how did I know that? And how did this happen? And why does all these things keep happening? Well, I kept meditating. I kept expanding my mind. I kept reading things that were taking those limits further and further, reading all these spiritual leaders, all these universal leaders and teachers. And the more I read and the more I meditated on it and the more I studied on it, I just brought my limits and boundaries further and further out. That gave me the accessibility to reach down and grab the information that I needed to be the person I am today. I'm always growing, always evolving. I'm always looking for that new information that is resonant for me. Okay, so you guys, when you come to understand these things about yourself and about the universe and about spirituality, you know, when you come to really grasping that you yourself are capable of anything, when you release your limits, you'll understand that you're working more with your spirituality than anything else. Okay, so how do you develop your spirituality? Research, reading, meditation, yoga, quiet, going out and doing those things that help you expand your mind, expand your limits, okay? Because everything is limitless if we believe it, okay? The only thing that stops us is ourselves, society, our ego, okay? Those are the only things that stop us from receiving that higher consciousness information. Does it mean we're all going to be using it on the daily? No, but we do use it when it's vital for us to get through a certain situation in our life. So this topic here can be, you know, quite confusing for those of you who are not quite sure whether you believe these things or not, or whether, you know, they resonate for you or not. Again, if it doesn't resonate, feel free to click off, but that's why more movies are coming out, like Lucy, like The Matrix. Those are older movies, but, you know, even Star Wars, even those superhero movies, like, those people that create those movies know that there are no limits. If they can make it into a movie, they've probably thought it, probably lived it, and if they can't live it in this 3D experience as a human, they live it through creating movies. Okay, that's how they get their gifts out. That's how they speak about their higher consciousness and understanding, is that they put it through movies. They make us think. Okay, they make us think, they make us question. That's life. Okay, we question, we think. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to expand. We're supposed to grow. And society is actually growing with us. There are things out there that are being created to make you go, So, you guys, spirituality, it's everything. It's around you. Can you be spiritual and religious? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I know religion? I do. So whenever people come to me and they're like, well, I don't know if I want to see you because I don't know, like, if you're Christian. And yes, I have been Christian. Do I understand Buddhism? I do. But do I also understand law of attraction? Do I understand different religions and different cultures? Absolutely, I do. Because as a spiritual leader, again, I'm not limited to what I am able to hold, what I am going to choose to use in my life to help other people and to help myself grow. So that's just a little bit about spirituality, you